Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.
Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body. Love the way she ride, love the way she rock her body.
Potapova. And she said it wasn't anything with Lane that she didn't like, it's just she felt like it ran its course. And they kind of got sick of being around each other all the time.
Part of the thing about being a coach is also to inspire your player, you know, when they're walking out on the court, when they're at practice, trying to hopefully get as much of their attention as possible. It's easier said than done. You work with a player for long enough, they'll tune you out a little bit. And so trying to stay relevant and making sure that you're still making a good impression and helping that player is very much part of the process. And if that starts to kind of lose and wane a little bit, making some changes is a good play.
I've got to think also the last couple of years have put a big strain on a lot of player-coach relationships, because a lot of times they've been the only people around each other at events.
Absolutely. I mean, you're sharing almost every meal with that individual. You better really like them being around them. It's not quite as cut and dry as other sports. You're traveling with that individual. It's a lot to try to keep that relationship fresh and make sure that you're, again, helping the player. You don't think about the difficulty also on the coach, having coached quite a bit and going back out on tour after playing full-time and then coaching full-time when you're traveling every single week, just like you were when you were playing. It's a lot of work. So there's stress on the coaches as well. So there's a lot of things that you have to consider when you make those decisions on the relationships there.
Oh, that is such good stuff from Anastasia Potapova. Decibel levels are rising in Moscow as well.
Yeah, the crowd's enjoying this. And these are just absolute battles in these baseline rallies. Well, right here, Russ, this is where that positivity needs to come into play. You win an out-and-out battle in that last rally and thrown in a double fault. Find a way to shrug that off. Get back to business. That's a late call there.
Well, it was called in by the linesperson, overruled by the chair umpire, and now a challenge from Potapova.
Late call, but a good one. It's funny, a situation like that, you know, Russ, that the umpire used a mark. These courts are leaving a pretty good mark from the balls. Certainly the new balls, leaving some of that ball fuzz down there. They're not supposed to do that on hard courts, but they do. This will certainly be one of those matches, Russ, that's going to test the fitness of Halep and make sure that she's over those injuries that have sort of plagued her most of this year. Every one of these rallies so tough.
Starting to throw a little more air under some of those groundies to get it out of the strike zone at Potapova.
Yeah, I think that's a good play for her, too. Give it a little more height over the net. And the big key in this match for me is Halep's ability to change direction up the line. She does that a little bit better than Potapova, though. Potapova happy to stay in those cross-court exchanges and see if she can draw an error from Halep. She's done that quite well.
And there's the break back for Simona Halep.